Welcome back to Intentional Carnivore. I'm gonna see if anybody shows up, see what's going on. Welcome everybody to the chat. See if we can get some discussion going today. And I got to talk with Bart K here in a little while. See if anybody's got some questions they want to ask. See what's going on. How are you? You doing all right today, Peachy Pam? Hello, hello. What's up? I'm guessing Peachy Pam in MD. Hey, what's up, everybody? Lynette, good to see you. Victoria, everybody doing okay? Leslie in the Carnivore. Hey, Jess, addicted to antlers. Julie, everybody. Yeah, Maryland. That's what I was gonna say. In Maryland, I've been to Annapolis. That's as far north as I've ever been. Actually, we went to Washington D.C. when I think I was probably like 12, something like that. Got to go to the Smithsonian and go under the Capitol. That's still when you could go up underneath the Capitol, so it was pretty cool. But Annapolis, Maryland, we went to, I think, what was it, the Chesapeake Bay. That's about the the furthest north I ever been. So, and the furthest west, I guess, would be Tennessee. Oh, hey Beth, good to see you. What's up, Mike? I actually got a question for Bart tonight because of you, man. I was going to ask him about, putting on a little bit of weight, stuff like that, just for you. He's a research scientist, man. He's in exercise physiology, so he definitely knows what he's doing, man. Illinois, that's awesome. Ocean City, okay. You're Sheila, hey, from California. Nice. It's been awesome, man. What's up, semi-retired Bob? You doing all right, sir? It's good to see you too. How's Beth doing? Beth is doing great. She's actually in there putting some chicken down or something. Is it chicken or no? She's eating my steak. I grill steaks, and I can't keep them in the house because of her now. That's awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. She's doing good though. Absolutely. And I'm doing phenomenal, man. I just came to chat with y'all before tonight's meeting with Professor. So yeah, I love that my wife went carnivore, but I can't keep my steak to myself no more. Is that greedy? Is that wrong? I'm just kidding. My son eats it too some now. He actually come in there, he's like, I think I'm gonna eat me a steak. I was like, all right. These are the hardest things though. For some reason, they act like they're on a shortage of water. Like you can't find them around here. The Carnivore Pastor, y'all got to check him out too. He's getting this thing up and going. My buddy Steve, I posted a picture of us the other day, and we met together and just talked. You got to get. I'm sure he's gonna have some good content. I'm gonna go be with him one day and see what's up. What's up, Charger? Hope you're doing all right, man. Everybody points it out. For anybody that don't know, that's probably the longest. I almost said longest surviving member, like you were the last Beatles, brother. He's probably been eating carnivore longer than anybody. I think he said it's like 42 years now. That's pretty intense, man. You probably gonna outlive all of us because you've been eating it the longest. I'll do that, Bob. Definitely. One of the longest 39 years. Yeah, I mean that's still good, man. Like honestly, every time I meet with Professor K, man, I get a whole new perspective of it, man, because like I see him on the channel and stuff, and like I learn from all these guys. Even like I mean, there's even some that people don't agree with that like I could find something to learn because they're always saying just stuff that applies in different areas. you know? So, oh, let's see here. What is Lynette? Since Beth went carnivore, does that mean you have to visit the butcher shop more often? Yeah, she costing me money. That ain't nothing new though, just a little bit different. It's all right though. I'd much rather pay that than see her, eat some other way. So who we talk about 42 years. So Leslie, I was talking about Charger. He's been eating carnivore for 39 years. Yeah, he's been eating it for the longest. And I just wanted to mention it because everybody else does. I think it's cool. What's up, DC Carnivore girl living in Florida? I hope you kick back in Florida. I know it's probably getting hot down there too. I definitely share the state with her. I just got to find something to give her a hard time. She gonna come out here in a minute and smack me if she's listening. Oh man, yeah, hit that like button. I always forget it. Hit the like button, hit the share button. It always helps. I told you guys I got monetized, 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And so I'm working towards getting that money up to get those people picked and get them in Dr. Berry's group, because that's important to me. I've had a couple people ask me about it. Have it been picked? No, they haven't been picked, but there's so many right now. And every single one of them deserves to be in there. I mean, it's going to be really hard. And the only way that I honestly know to do it is I'm going to have somebody who knows medical conditions to look at the stuff, who's also neutral, because if I were to do it, I would never be able to do it because this person qualifies for this or whatever. I've tried it a couple of different ways reading through it myself. And so I would make a list. I started writing down names and I'm like, well, this person for this reason. And I got to the end of the list, the emails that I had at that time. And I look at my list and almost everybody's name's on the list. So I'm like, well, that ain't gonna work. Let me go back through it again. Hey, Marcy, good to see you. Hey, Steph, good to see you too. I'm glad you guys made it. Jess, everybody. So I went back and I'm like, I'm gonna make a star by the names on the list to see who gets, who I think, deserves it the most. And then as you can imagine, I'm going back through and all of a sudden, everybody's got a star by their name. So obviously I'm not the best one to decide because I got a big heart and it doesn't take much to convince me. And that was poor planning on my part because I should have known that I wouldn't be able to pick 5. And, and if I had the money, I would just pay for everybody to get in because it's worth it, but I don't. And, and it's still going to take a while to get to the money saved up and stuff because, contrary to popular opinion, a lot of people think you can get rich off YouTube, and I'm sure there's lots of people that do it. It's not going to be me. Maybe down the road someday if I got Joe Rogan, Joe Rogan money, I guess. I don't know. Hey, Jill, good to see you from New York. I hope things is wonderful. And we got people all over. I think that's what I was going to say a while ago. It's amazing to me to be able to talk to people all over the world, and no matter where you're talking to people, they all are facing the same stuff. We all struggle and we all, it doesn't matter. Diabetes is affecting people in Australia, in the UK, in the United States. We all struggling from the same stuff, and we all need the same hope, the same message. So I've gotten emails not outside of the Dr. Berry thing from, I can't even tell you how many people, just telling me their stories, man. And I sit there and read it and my heart breaks sometimes because it's easy to put myself in their situation because there's a lot that's just like where I was at. Joyce, hey, how are you? I hope you are fantastic. The Judy family, good to see you. When you first, come on now, comments. When you first, how long did it take you to start really feeling good? I need to lose about what I did. I lost 2 months in, don't need my belt extender anymore. Well, that's something right there to go ahead and be feeling good about, not needing the belt extender. Honestly, it was probably about 2 months for me because I started April the 17th. And then the walking video that I put, like I said, man, it was just because honestly, I had enough energy built up and I had been cooped up inside for 3 years and just felt horrible and had to get it out. And we had the challenge too, so I wanted to partake in that. But actually, before the walking video, Larry and Cassie Burkles can testify. Like, I was in Atlanta and I didn't get to start the walking challenge until like July the 3rd because I was at my mom's in another state. And we went, and the very first thing I did in probably 3 years going out anywhere, we went bowling. And me and my daughter, my son, my wife, and my mom went to the bowling alley and just bowled for like 2 games. And I was so sore, it was crazy because I hadn't been doing anything. And so after that's when I came home, and that's when I made that video. And the video that I posted on this channel of me walking last year in that red shirt was like 30 seconds. And I have another one because shooting these YouTube videos, like I'm not going to post that. So I wanted to redo it. But nevertheless, it's kind of the same stuff. It was just kind of like a cut. But yeah, I'd say about 2 months is about whenever I started feeling really good. But it just got better. And it, like, I heard Carrie say something from Homestead Hal. I think it was yesterday on his live. And he said, I don't want normal. I don't want normal to just be bland. Like, you know how you feel so bad and then you start to feel good coming out of into Carnivore. And he's like, I don't want this to, like, it to get old. You know, does that make sense? Like, I don't want it to get old feeling normal again. And I thought about that a little while, and I was thinking, you know what, brother, the more I think about it, the more I gotta tell you, if you're watching this or whatever, I will take this normal over any of the stuff that we came out of, and I know you will too. So that's a focus. Like, even if this becomes normal all the time, I'm good with that. Especially over what we came out of, because he had a lot of depression too, man. And anybody that's been depressed, anybody that's been down and like in that condition for very long, it doesn't take very long, but anybody that's been there can probably testify to the same thing. Normal like this, I saw the bees behind me. You see that? Look at this. We'll go over here before I get stung. I'm allergic to yellow jackets. That looks like wasp, but nevertheless, yeah, I'll take this any day of the week. Let me get back. Let's see what's up. Thrifty Reseller, hi from St. Louis. Awesome. Beth, Central Texas. Run to Christ from the United Kingdom. I like that name. That's awesome. United Kingdom. Congratulations. Yeah. Let me go see what that belt extender. Yeah, that's definitely worth congratulations. Did I receive Amazon? I did. I appreciate that. Yeah, did you not get my message? I sent one back. I'm always leery about technology because I do respond to all that stuff. If you didn't, I'll get in touch with you. But I appreciate that. I did. Donated some stuff to the channel. That's always appreciated. Anytime you guys, I guess I can mention that here. Anytime you guys feel like you want to donate to the channel, there's links for that. There's the Amazon wish list. And mostly the Amazon wish list has got a bunch of stuff that I've been wanting over time, to be able to put towards the channel. Some of the stuff on there is crazy expensive, and it'd be a long time saving before I can add up to get some of that stuff. But there are ways to give. Hopefully I'm going to be able to, like I said, I want to mention too, like, feel free to give to the channel. There's multiple ways to do that. And all that stuff, especially here at first, is getting put into the Dr. Berry Fund whatever commitment that I made. But I also came on board with Carrie about this movie. And so I'm kind of like trying to balance, like, what do I want to promote the most? Obviously the channel, I need stuff to go into that because I made that commitment first, but I also want to be part of that. So that's kind of important to me as well. But there are plenty of ways to do that. There's the membership. We started adding some members. We've got a couple of members in here already. Marty Mack, and then there was another one that joined, and I wrote the name down, but it's inside, and I'm sorry if I forgot, but I appreciate you guys. I need to do a better job with that. Melissa from Ontario. See, we got Canada in here. Wick goes Carnivore. He's got it. I've been watching some of your stuff. It's been popping up in my feed too, brother. Massachusetts, Miss Steph. Oh man, we got a bunch. What's up, John? You doing all right, buddy? It's good to see you today too. I wish I had the space to set up in Bowling Lane, Pinster. Nice. I've been carnivore. I've been carnivore for about a month, and my weight loss has plateaued. It's been the same for about a week. Any ideas why? If you're doing BBB and E, that's what I did, and like sometimes it happens. I mean, I had times like that. If you look at the app, like I use the app to track my weight loss, and if I look at the app, it tells me like an average. I lost like 4 point something pounds per week average. But there were some weeks where I didn't. And I know the first month I lost somewhere close to 45 pounds. The first month I was on this. And and I wasn't even, the first 2 months, I was doing straight carnivore, eating 3 times a day. But I come from like eating foot-long Jersey Mike subs and, brownies and just junk all the time, drinking a 2-liter soda, those kinds of things. So, I mean, I guess, there's so many different factors in play, but I mean, a stall is medically defined as 90 days. We're going to listen with you, all of us. Like a stall is 90 days, 3 months of zero weight loss. Sometimes your body's going to take pauses and just relax a little bit, and sometimes it's going to speed up. No telling why. It could just be whatever. And that's what I was talking with somebody else about today too. Sometimes you can start getting so, focused in on it that you think you're doing something wrong, but you're not doing anything wrong. Your body is something from outside the diet or something from outside of what you're doing. It's not always that you're doing something wrong. You don't get to decide, just like I didn't. I couldn't turn that dial up and say, all right, this week we're going to lose X amount of pounds and we're going to do it this fast. You just kind of got to ride with it. So just keep doing what you're eating: beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. To me, I think that's one of the best things. If it goes for 3 months, then, kick back, reassess, and see what's going on with it. Other than that, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Trust the process. Focus on doing that right. It's like lifting weights. A buddy of mine, I probably said this before, but a buddy of mine used to always tell me, he's like, it's not just that you're lifting weights, because if you just lift weights, it is what it is. Your form is as important as that you're doing it. If your form isn't right when you're lifting weights, it's not going to be anywhere close to as effective as if you were putting the time and effort into making sure you're doing it right, working certain parts of your body out to get that definition in that build. And it's the same way with eating like this. Just focusing in on how you're doing it and staying with the process. That's critical. Carnivore is key. Thanks, man. Oh man, I appreciate that. He says, thank you, brother. Inspirational 100%, man. I appreciate that super chat, buddy. That means a lot. Oh, I even forgot that stuff was even available on here. That is definitely much appreciated. But yeah, just trust the process and keep pushing forward. Tony, good to see you. Did you have a problem with loose skin after weight loss? Yeah, I actually still do. That's one of the big things that I got. I got some loose skin, and somebody else had asked me about that in the comments. And I've got a little loose skin under my arms, and especially if you see the pictures of full body shots now, I still got a huge pudge, but most of what I have now is just the loose skin. And I mean, I lost a bunch of weight real fast, and I don't know how to combat that. I was willing to live with it. But at the same time, I knew it wasn't going to hurt me as bad as having all that extra weight and everything else, health issues. So I don't know how to combat that other than autophagy. and fasting, which I haven't done a lot of, and working out, which I also haven't done a lot of. Oh man, I got another one right there. Lynette, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Always love your inspirational messages. They help keep me on track. Well, I appreciate you too, man. That means a lot to me. I appreciate the super chat, and I appreciate you donating and thinking about me, and giving to the cause, man. I tell you guys, anybody that gives can testify, man. Whether wherever that route is, that whenever you invest in me, it's like I have no problem sharing, where the money goes, whatever, like with you guys. It's I try to be as open as possible about that stuff, because I feel like that's kind of important. It's not. This is definitely not a venture to get rich and make money, but it takes money to make it go. I was talking to somebody in the description. I think it was maybe the first week or second week, and my computer, like, the screen messed up, and I still haven't been able to get it fixed. And so I had to get another. I ended up getting another computer because that computer was like from 2013, so it was running old anyway. But I mean, that stuff costs money, and it's crazy expensive. And I'm waiting to start my job at the hospital. I'm gonna be writing trauma reports. I'm technically gonna be a trauma register analyst is my job, but it starts later on this month. But I've been waiting for 2 months. I haven't worked in 2 months waiting on this job to start, and they kept delaying it and reclassifying it and stuff like that. So it's kind of put me in a bind. Nobody knows about that, and I hadn't really mentioned it to you guys just because it hasn't come up. But I mean, all the giving and stuff, the commitment that I made to Dr. Barry, all those different things, man, is basically just coming from my heart, because I certainly hadn't had anything coming in like that. Oh, let me get back to here. Run across. Are you eating cheese and dairy? Yeah, that's another thing. A lot of people don't look at the diet. That could definitely be an issue. Oh yeah, yeah. So there you go. There's something for you to try. If you are having cheese and dairy, cut that for a little while. Julie Atkins, how much have you lost? Well, I'm at 245 pounds. So I got I weighed the other day, and I was at two. I don't know if I can look at it on here or not. So I was at 214. So 212. Yeah, that'd be 245 pounds. And since April the 17th of last year. So it's pretty amazing, honestly. How long have I been doing? Are you asking me or DC? I think that was one for somebody in the crowd. Ask for gift cards on the wish list. I don't know how to do all that. I do. If I knew how to do that, I promise you I would, because I don't know. Like, what you see is like, I don't know. Somebody gonna have to fill me. I need to get some help. That's what I want. Oh, Allison Johnson. I'm gonna be sharing your content with a dear friend that's Carnivore Curious. Well, share them, bring them on, have them email me or something. It doesn't matter, I'll talk with them, do what I can. I mean, this stuff, it really does make a huge difference, and I wish somebody would have let me know about this way before I found out. So, oh yeah, 243. It's at 245. 245 now. Hi from Western Tennessee. Yeah. I was actually listening to a guy online from, I was telling Steve about this today. Brandon Petty. He preaches at a church up there. He was actually down here in South Carolina at a church on the coast last night. And I was just scrolling through YouTube and come upon the thing, and I just stopped to check him out. Dude was hammering. It's pretty good. He had a pretty good message yesterday. The weather is amazing in South Carolina, but it's not going to be long. It's going to be smoking hot, and the bug's going to be carrying us off. Bailey Family Vlogs just started Tuesday and already lost 11 pounds. Can't believe it. Yeah, a lot of people, man, don't believe it. You can. At first, it's usually going to be a bunch of water weight, but I say that like it's not important. It really is. That inflammation that you ditch right there at the beginning, the body knows what to do with the stuff that's wrong with it if we'll just give it the right stuff. So at first, the first thing you're gonna see is some of that inflammation and water that you don't need that's hurting your body be eliminated. And then it's usually gonna start healing and transitioning over and to burning fat for fuel all the time. And I actually heard a great thing by Dr. Kiltz yesterday, I think it was. And he has a theory that we only burn fat all the time because our mitochondria can only use fat for energy. And whenever we're putting carbs and sugar into our body, the reason why we burn that first is because our body knows that we need to get rid of that stuff, and that's why it burns it, and it burns it quick. But we can go into that later. It's good stuff though. It's amazing what you can find. Texas Donna, I was watching your stuff too. It was good. I enjoyed that. You had a good message. I like that video from yesterday. I don't know if I saw the one yet from today, just because I've been busy. But it's awesome. I'm glad you jumped in here. Good to see you. Ron Porter in Louisiana. You just started 2 weeks ago and lost 14 pounds. That's awesome, man. I'm so glad you guys are getting on it. That's one of the hardest steps. Seeing some results already. That's awesome. I want to see some of these people that are not seeing some. I want to see some stuff work for them. So I'm excited though. Every time you got a non-scale victory or a testimony of something good that's come from it, or a struggle, let's talk about it. That's the best way, because we all got a message. We all got something to tell somebody, and it's important that people are going to see experience, because there's not a lot of scientific studies and proofs, because those stuff, number one, they're expensive to make, and number two, nobody's done it. And obviously we can all testify that a lot of what you see in the scientific and health community right now, and for a long time, is completely opposite to what we're all finding to be true in our own experience. So your own experience is going to speak a lot louder than the people pushing pills and all that kind of stuff. So everybody's got a story. Everybody should tell it. Oh, am I this far behind? 30 pounds, especially. I try to keep up with them, but Carnivorous Keith, I appreciate you guys, man. Lynette, both of you. Oh, Carnivore, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, like the channel, get it out. We got 88 people in here. People are absolutely, that is awesome. You guys are great. Fasting autophagy for loose skin. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do, man, because I got a bunch of it. You can imagine, right? Charger says my computer's from 2014 and amazing and still works. Yeah, well, I think it was because I started looking at new computers or whatever before mine actually went bad, and maybe Steve Jobs sent something back from wherever he is and zapped it or something. I don't know. Oh, I'm just kidding. Y'all kind of talking. I guess I didn't say put a cue, because I was just kind of leave it kind of informal, because I didn't make thumbnails and announce it. I just wanted to jump on and chat with you guys and see what's up. Amber and Dan's Carnivore Life. Hey, I seen y'all daggone walking. I seen y'all walking in that video. What was it, earlier today or last? My days running together. I've been staying up till like 3 or 4. I just figured out that dairy was making me bloat and stall big time, cutting it out. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what you can do, man. I mean, most of us don't want to be, hard and say, this stuff causes problems, because a lot of people can do certain stuff and not have a problem with it. It's hard for everybody to tell. You kind of got to figure that on your own, but seeing where you're at, seeing what works and what don't, that's all part of the process. Carnivore, let's see. Okay, Louisiana, but we visited dadgummit, this phone. Pensacola at least once a year. Carnivore, 245 pounds is awesome. Oh, I know, man. It's such a blessing. Oh, Dallas, Texas, the Lone Star State. We sure are fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes, we are, Judy. Designed. And, I mean, that's something to think about. Absolutely. Louisiana, down 112 pounds. Hold up, JJ, congratulations. Down 112 pounds doing keto carnivore, 12/31/21. Day 69 of 90 doing BBBE. Congratulations. That is awesome. Yes, you getting it done. Yeah, I mean, doesn't it feel so good? And I mean, honestly, seriously, everybody that sees this needs to, like, needs to know about that. Because I mean, how many things did you try? I remember one time, like, I got these things that I would like inject in my stomach from this doctor to try to lose weight. Not very long because I didn't like shots, but I'm like, all the different things that you would try to lose weight, and then somebody tells you all you got to do is eat meat, and I'm like, what? That ain't gonna work. I've tried everything to lose weight. I've taken all kind of pills to lose weight. I have starved myself to lose weight. Next thing you know, you're eating meat and you're losing weight like crazy. So, hey, will Kip be on the live Saturday night? I don't think I can't remember if he's on this week or off this week. To be honest with you, I think he's off this week. I can't keep up with Kip, man. I'm just kidding. Like, yeah, he usually does every other week. So I can't remember if he's on or off. I'm pretty sure Dave's going to be there. I need to talk to him and find out. May the good Lord continue to bless you and your wife, Maranatha. Thank you. God bless you too. I appreciate that, Judy. I appreciate that a lot. You guys are sweet. It means a lot to me. You guys are awesome. Yeah, so I don't know about Kip, man. I don't know if he's going to be here or not, but hopefully. We always have a good time. Mike says, I agree with Dr. Kiltz. The actual order of energy usage is alcohol, then glycogen, then body fat. Just shows the human body is smart and gets rid of the toxic substances first. Yeah, I mean, the guy knows more than I know. I default, because I like to look at it and I like to study it, and I understand it. But those docs know more than I know, for sure. I can remember when I started this diet, and last year, Later Time magazine or condemning the diet. Yeah, you're gonna get some condemnation. Continue on. Crystal Atkinson, hi from Arkansas. Nice. Good to see you. The Carnivore couple from Colorado. Man, we got people all over in the house. Carnivore 10 months, Carnivore 10 weeks, lost 100. That is awesome. 106 pounds. That don't even, it's like when you tell people it's unbelievable. 106 pounds is unbelievable, And y'all should hear some of the stuff that I get. Telling I lost 245 pounds since April 17th last year. I didn't have surgery and I didn't take no pills. I ate meat. I reversed type 2 diabetes, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, my sleep apnea. I still wear the machine because I got used to wearing it on my face, and now I feel weird when I don't, but I don't quit breathing at night. My depression, do I seem depressed? I mean, that doesn't really mean a whole lot. I'm not depressed. It's hard to encourage people when you're depressed yourself. But I mean, so many different things have changed. It's unbelievable. Loving your carnivore connections. Yes, it's by far the best community. Ron says, what are the advantages to having Dr. Ken Berry group? I mean, just access to a doctor that can answer your questions, to be able to private message him and give him your lab values when you get them checked, get tips. I mean, it's a lot smaller of an environment. It is a lot more. There's a lot of doctors in there. There's not just one doctor in there. There's a lot of healthcare personnel that have believed this way of eating. There's a lot of good tips. They're usually all very closely aligned, just because they're in that private group and they buy into what Dr. Berry's saying and doing, and usually, have investigated it and know that. So, I mean, there's a lot of advantages to it. I've been in it for a year. I mean, I haven't talked to Dr. Berry a whole lot, but I mean, I've talked to him a little bit, but I just went in there to get the smaller environment. They get together in there for live shows with the doctors and the moderators and stuff, even when he's not making that stuff public. So there's more access, I guess you would say, to what he's doing. So I mean, there's definitely those advantages to it. Tracy, it's good to see you. Kinsel, it's good to see you tonight. Glad you could make it in. Webster, Florida. Aunt Billings, Grateful Life. Bling, I said Billings, I'm sorry. Aunt Bling's Grateful Life. Hi from Washington. Good to see you. You tried Weight Watchers, Slim Fast, dozens of pills, nothing has worked. Yes. And now you feel amazing. I mean, that just kind of makes you want to tell somebody, doesn't it? I mean, that's where I'm at. Oh, see where you guys are. In a little bit, I'm gonna go. If you guys don't do it in the live chat, but after the live chat ends, if you guys will go down into the comments, I'm gonna scroll through the comments. If you have a question, and I can't ask him all of them, obviously, there's 95 people in here. But if you guys have something specific about exercise physiology or something in that regard that you want to ask Professor K, if you put it down there, I'll try to scroll through there and see if I can see anything that we can ask him. Obviously, like I said, I can't ask him everything. I've got a bunch of questions and stuff that I wanted to ask him myself that I think you guys, it's going to benefit everybody. But if you will, if you want to do that, that'd be really awesome. If you guys like it, share it, and then comment with those questions or just say hey or whatever. Let's see here. Jeffrey Bays, question. Over the past year, have you gone off the diet at all, and did you notice any serious side effects since you had not been eating that type of food for a while? Yes, as I explained in one of the lives the other day, I did allow myself to eat off plan, and well, it was still mostly meat though. I ate Texas fajitas from the Mexican restaurant because that was my jam. So yeah, I did. So some of the peppers and onions probably obviously would not have been not part of carnivore, but I haven't had like, I wouldn't eat a bunch of sweets and stuff. I think around the holidays I did have like 2 brownies at my aunt's house, or maybe a bite of brownie. Nevertheless, I have ate off plan a couple of different times and had things like that. But yeah, like with the sweets, I absolutely did with the that day. However, with the Mexican food, like I couldn't tell physically something was wrong, but every time that I would eat something off plan like the Texas fajitas, I would mentally start wanting stuff. I would want things that I didn't even like. So that's the main thing that I noticed. And that's why I make that point to you guys, because like it's not even that you're gonna have the physical like withdrawal symptoms like you have when you're adjusting to carnivore, but it can affect you mentally. Bill said, I think it's funny how people eat processed garbage and you tell them to eat animal products and high fat and they think you're, yeah, you're gonna get that, man. Everybody wants to try stuff that that's only been invented in the last 50 to 100 years, but they don't want to eat the stuff that we've been eating since the beginning of time. Oh, interview with Homestead House, very good. Now I'm watching YouTube. I'm glad you jumped in. Hit subscribe, jump in, make yourself at home, friend. I'm glad you're here. That was an awesome time with Carrie. Me and Carrie's going to do some work in the future. We got some plans, and hopefully it's going to be some good stuff. Hey, Felicia, it's good to see you. I'm glad you made it today. Sandra, good to see you. Columbus, Georgia. You ain't far from my mama. Down in Georgia, Indiana, Jersey, and the Channel Island. Nice. Barry Butler, new subscription from Webster, Florida. Hey, Barry, it's glad to have you with us. Make yourself at home, friend. It's you in one of the best communities there is around. Oh, Peachy Pam in Maryland. Thank you so much. I need so much support. My family doesn't like me being on carnivore because I had to have a pacemaker. My heart is not strong, so they say. My thoughts on it, it's one of the best things you can do to give your body the nutrition that you need. Obviously, what you have been eating led to the fact that, your heart wasn't firing right, apparently, and you had to get a pacemaker. That conduction system It takes a long time to heal, like the well, I don't want to say the heart because you don't heal that obviously, but like I'm saying, nerves and pathways, axon pathways. I mean, it just takes a long time to heal that if it does heal. In your condition with the heart, like obviously you can't reverse that SA node firing right or whatever the issue is, but one thing you can do is prevent further issues, and I think that's one of the best things you can do is give your body the proper nutrition. You know, the things that lead us into these situations with the illnesses and with the pains and the stuff that goes wrong with us, we got to correct it somehow. So I think the family should support you and see what is going right. I mean, just show them, hey, look, here's what I'm eating, here's how it's going right, and I'm giving myself the best building blocks that I can. You know, what is it the saying goes is one of my favorite sayings: don't keep making a mistake just because you made one. We got to fix something. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Pam. Absolutely. I mean, I would just live it out. I would show them, have your blood work done, show them the weight loss. I'm sure they could see how good you're feeling. Everybody has an opinion after you try to start enacting something new and something good in your life and make changes. But whenever you were miserable and tired and hurt and in pain, they didn't have nothing to say. So, you got to take that with a grain of salt a little bit as well. Michelle, good to see you. Carnivore for a year, but not lost any pounds or inches. No migraines or asthma anymore, though. Hoping weight loss comes after healing. Yeah. Well, and see, that's a good point though. Like, you haven't seen a bunch of weight loss, but you're not having asthma and migraines. So like, it's kind of like, what if? And I told this to people in the group. I made this statement because I think it's something to think about. We get so focused in on that weight, and I'm not saying it's not important because it is to every single one of us. We all who have been overweight, especially been overweight our whole lives, want to lose weight. However, we could get so focused. Like, what if our body had cancer in it and we were healing that cancer that we didn't even know we had by eating this way? Or we had some kind of we were a diabetic and didn't know it. We were, been pre-diabetic and finally moved over into that diabetic category. We had type 2 diabetes. And by eating this way, we reversed the diabetes. Is that worth, sacrificing on the weight loss for a little while till it starts working? I think it's important to just look at those things, man. There's so many things. I'm not saying it's not important. I don't try to even make it sound like it's not important, because it is to all of us. Or some people want weight gain. Some people are underweight. Those things are important. It's just not the main thing. And when we get stressed out about it, it's easy to get our body worked up. So look at all those positives. You're looking at, thank you, Purple, like thinner in my face. I need to shave. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, I appreciate that though. Karnirski, hi Barry, Jeff, Felicia. Be great to hear your ideas about tightening loose skin. Ideas aside from the autophagy and surgery. That's it. That's the only thing. Surgery, I don't. It's aggravating. It's not aggravating enough for me to be able to pay that. I don't have that kind of money, and that just ain't going to be a thing for me. So it's going to have to be autophagy and lifting weights, stuff like that. Try to get it done. Do I just drink water, Brett? No, I drink coffee, which I got to cut out. Every time I say it, I start looking behind me for Dr. Chafee. No, he was actually talking about the 150 neurotoxins and stuff that's in coffee, and I cut it out for 5 months, but then I added it back. So I've been thinking about cutting it out again and just seeing where it goes. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it Teresa after WLS? I know who you are from the group, my friend. Like, sounds like an amazing help. Like, she was out there walking in all that smog, and I remember the story, and I was like, girl, I hadn't even been doing the walkout. I was going to do all 3 of the things as well. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been swamped, but I have been doing just beef. I've been eating my steak. I cut my eggs out and been doing steak and butter. And then, for the month, and obviously I failed to not talk about my weight thing because that's mostly what I'm doing in here right now. But congratulate, like she was doing all of them. I'm proud of you. But don't get out there in that smoke. I hadn't even heard that stuff was going on. None of my family will even think about this diet. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped. Oh, it jumped on me. Everyone asks me how long I will be on this diet. They are against it. Very annoying. Better to be CC, a closet carnivore. I don't really care because I feel so great. Yeah. I mean, at some point, it's like you don't need permission. I mean, you love your people, you love your family, you love your friends. Hopefully they're looking out for your best interest too. But at the same time, what you're convicted of, you got to stand on, even when it's not popular, and that's not always easy. Believe me when I tell you, progress, not perfection. That's right, Jess, 100%. Kara, good evening from London, UK. Now that's awesome. It's good. I hope everything's good with you in London. I told y'all, man, there's people all over the world I'm getting to talk to, and that's amazing to me. I always wanted to go, like, there's a couple places I wanted to go. Like, I wanted to go to Australia. That's one place I wanted to go. I wanted to go to the UK, and I always wanted to go to Israel. Those are like my top 3 places right now that I always wanted to go. Carrie's live was pretty awesome. Absolutely. My life as a carnivore and more. It's good to see you, Illinois. It's good to see you as well. Hope you're doing all right tonight. Heather Meads, which type and how often did you exercise through last year? I am in my first week now. So for the first couple of months, I didn't do any kind of exercise. Whenever I finally started walking, I walked to that church right there that you can see in the background and touched the front door and walked back here and about fell over because I couldn't walk. I couldn't exercise. Like, I'm standing up walking around right now talking to you guys, and I could not do that when I started this. I could not take a shower without being out of breath from just bathing myself. Like, a lot of people don't get, like, it was no exercise and it lost this weight. Now, after I started walking, I would walk up to 2 or 3 miles, but it was never more than like a walk, or I would walk, whenever I was out doing stuff. But there hasn't been very much exercise other than walking, And whenever I had worked for somebody else for a little while doing something, and I would walk. I think the most I ever walked in a day at that time, like I never got over like 20,000 steps a day ever, the whole time. So, but I wasn't working out, and I need to start doing that. That's one thing that I'm looking into now. Trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Hey, Bill, what's up? Hope you're all right tonight. I don't know if you started getting hungry before your window. You can extend your window and split the meal up into 2 parts. Just an idea. Yeah, I mean, split your meal. I never did OMAD. I don't know if you're referring to somebody in the group or what, but like OMAD was not my thing. I did it for 3 weeks. Whenever I went lying, I did OMAD at the same time, and I had to go back to 2 meals a day. My life is current. Started 2/15/23, down 20 pounds. Depression and anxiety gone. Inflammation down drastically. Osteoarthritis is tolerable now. Thank you thank you. I appreciate your testimony in here. That right there. And I guarantee you the 20 pounds is great, but the depression and anxiety being gone is a lot better. I promise you, I know it is. Weight loss is great, but it ain't everything. That if you suffer from depression and hopelessness and not feeling like you're gonna be able to carry on for another minute, getting rid of that's way more important. Nancy K, I'm originally from Columbus, Georgia. Look at y'all. I would tell you guys where my mom at, but that kind of stuff's crazy to me. I'm like, nah, she lives around Atlanta. Matter of fact, my daughter's with her right now. She's been down there all week, and I'm missing my little girl. Oh, hi, Martin, hi from the UK. It's good to see you. I'm glad you made it. from the UK. We got a bunch of UK folks up in here. It's good to see you guys. You and Carrie both on fire. Yeah, man. Carrie, man, he's an inspiration too, man. We got together and we just clicked too. It's kind of like when me and Kip got together and me and Dave, man. I'm just excited to be able to get the message out and work with these awesome people because, like, I haven't met anybody that I've worked with yet that wasn't just amazing. Like, they have all been amazing to work with. I know I say it a lot, but, like, I mean, Courtney, Luna was awesome, you know, Cassie and Larry, Ready Set Keto, James and Emily. I hope they ain't having too much fun. I'm so jealous of them over on the cruise they've been on. To Kip, to Dave, all those people, Bart K, Ken Berry. Like, I've learned something from all these people, but I mean, a lot of these people are people that I have watched for a long time. And there's more coming, man. There's a lot of people. Like, I've got 2 or 3 that I've lined up, and there's a couple that I'm waiting to hear back from that I haven't been able to get a hold of. Like, y'all gonna think I'm crazy, and I'm not even expecting a reply. Like, I sent a message to Joe Rogan. I'm like, Joe, let's talk, man. I want to talk to you about something. No, I really didn't. I'm just kidding. I did send him a message, but I was just thanking him for his conversation with Rhonda Patrick that day when I heard about this and started looking for it. Who knows? Maybe somebody on here knows him. Send him a message. Tell him to hit me up. No, I'm just kidding. Joe, and he's doing it from other. He's interviewing all kind of people. Oh, make sure I ain't missing anything. Jim Crow from Atlanta. There you go. Oh, good to see you, Jim. Tracy Kinsel, Ohio Pigeon. I would say most of us are pre-diabetic and don't know it. I would say so too. I was for 25 years. Bruce Wilkie, hey man, great to be here on Carnivore. Oh, come on, now don't roll on me. I'm trying to read. Without a cold. Oh man. Love the way of eating. It gave me my life back. There you go. Right there. Another testimony. It's good to hear you getting your life back and you being able to experience life again. That's amazing. Mark Beats from upstate South Carolina. You probably ain't far from me right now. You step outside, you might can hear me. No, that's where I'm at, upstate. Cynthia Mong, showing you a real inspiration. Thank you. I appreciate that. Steno, I still do unsweet iced tea. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I've heard Dr. Berry talk about that. You know, he says, you know, unsweet iced tea and black coffee is okay. I mean, if that works for you and it's not hindering your healing and stuff, hey, do it, man, I guess. It's not about being perfect, man. Some of us got to work, you know, to where we want to be. And some of us are okay with unsweet iced tea. I mean, it is what it is. If it's not causing health problems and it's not hindering you getting to your goals and whatever, I'm not dogmatic about it. Like, honestly, I made a statement and it made some people people aggravated, you know, on Carrie's channel whenever I was on there. I was like, you know, it's not that I'm even against vegans. If I let a vegan start putting out videos showing testimonies from people where they daggone reverse diabetes, cure, you know, starve cancer out, prevent heart attacks, heal depression, get rid of sleep apnea, correct all the issues, GI issues that's being corrected, turn people's hair back to its original color from when it went gray, then I'll start looking at vegan as being a serious thing. But until then, how are you going to compare the things? And it's not a rail against them. You have to choose to eat how you want to eat. Everybody has the right to be wrong. I ain't mad at you. That's your choice. Do what you got to do. I'll still speak with you. We can still be friends. How about that? I have some friends that are vegans. It don't bother me at all. Like, I wish you would eat the proper human diet. I feel like it would probably help you. But, I mean, it is what it is. I just know what helped me, and I know what can help you whenever, you know, helps people. And I can only suggest something to give to them that I know helped me, that I know is going to work. I'm not promising you it's going to help every single time. I'm just, you know, as fast as it helped me every single time, I should say. But I know that it works because it worked for me. Oh, we got a Bella Brat for you, $20. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Here's some support instead of eating Cheetos and Diet Coke. Currently down 30 pounds in a month and a half. Keep up the good work. These lives and videos keep me going. Much love. Much love to you too. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I appreciate you investing in me and in the channel. That's sweet. You guys have been so generous. I appreciate that a lot. Kel, good to see you. Take care, Wick, man. It's good to see you, buddy. You take care. Keep them videos coming. Luis Hernandez, hey, brother, you are changing my life. Starting 2 weeks ago, already lost 20 pounds, 50 more to go. Hey, man, that's awesome. I appreciate you making that post. Listen, don't ever stop. Don't give up. You just grab a hold of it. You lock on to it, and you just keep getting up, keep going. Don't you ever stop, man. You well on your way. 20 pounds down. Dude, that's 10 pounds a week. That's crazy big. That's awesome, man. Thank you for your testimony in here. Look, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm not promising you it's going to happen that way, but people are seeing it happen. And you could be the next one. The dude sitting there watching this right now, who've been watching this for however long, it could be you next. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing you a possibility. Addicted to antlers. Will you and Beth make a video making the Carnivore Devil Day? I promise you we will. I promise you we will. You're like the 10th person that's asked me about that. I promise you we will. Matter of fact, I tell you what, I have 2 videos that I need to edit, and I got the Bart K interview thing tonight going on with me, or the video that I'm making. But I will absolutely get started on that for the deviled eggs. Bolton, UK, yes. Good to have you here with us. Addicted to coffee. I know. I gave it up for 5 months and added it back. I think I'm addicted to it too now again. From Georgia, Big Juice. What's up, man? Just got home from the night shift. Whew. Great to hear from you. Absolutely. I appreciate you jumping in here. Man, listen, you got to talk about Marvel last night. He says, talking about superhero. I got to talk to my son about it, trying to figure out who my favorite Marvel character was. And I think I keep coming back around to Hulk smash, man. You know, I like Iron Man. He likes Ghost Rider. I can't get into that flaming head stuff too much. I've watched it, but I don't know. I want to see the new what is it, Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm a freak like that, I guess. I just love that stuff, man. I don't know why. Gotta go. God bless. Carnivorous Keith, thanks for being here. God bless you too, man. Appreciate you. Ketovore RN, I'm sorry. How are you? Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Like, you know, I try to keep up with everybody and jump in on everybody. And I watch some of your videos too, man. And I appreciate you too. I mean, you got experience, you got knowledge, and bring something to it as well. It's so hard, man, because there's so many good people out there that I try to promote and give credit to, because all you guys got great stories and good content and putting stuff out there. So I appreciate you too. Thank you for saying that. Oh, just sorry. Put me run the Central Carnivore. Did you watch the Reverse Carnivore series? It was so inspiring. I did, and I sent Charles, who made that movie, Charles Maddox. I sent him a message today too, but I have talked to him before because I tried to get on that series in Costa Rica. I actually talked to him, and he wanted me to call him back, and for some reason or another, whatever happened, and we never could link up. And anyway, what happened, and what's meant to be was meant to be, but we couldn't work it out, and they went on and filmed and did all the stuff. But yes, I watched the premiere of it the night Dr. Barry put it out on his channel, and Dr. Barry and Dr. Kiltz, I think, Dr. Z, and all of them were in the chat. It was really cool. I think there's one or two episodes that I haven't seen. Dr. Kiltz was in there, but I haven't watched all of them. The ones in between what he released. Oh man, come on, don't do that to me. Can't see. Heather, thanks for sharing your journey details with us all. My son is over in South Carolina, but I won't visit him until November. God bless you for sharing. Absolutely. God bless you too. Thank you, Addicted. I appreciate that. That means a lot. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, hit that like button. We got 108 people in here. I don't even know what time is it. Somebody post the time. I don't want to be late for Dr. C Professor. Looking forward to forward to Carrie's Carnivore documentary. I am too, and Paula Hastings, good to see Paulette. Good to see you too. I'm looking forward to that documentary too, and that was one of the reasons why I contacted Charles today, which I kind of got sidetracked. Was because I was going to ask him some questions. So who knows? Maybe he's watching this. I don't know. I said, hey man, I learned a long time ago. You can learn a lot of stuff and you can avoid a lot of mistakes by asking somebody advice who's been there before you. So, it doesn't never hurt to ask. Lance Babcock. Oh, it's scrolling too fast. I lost it. Where'd it go? There it is. I found you 4 days ago, and I'm on my third day now. Your story mirrors much of my own. Thanks for helping me find hope again. Lance, that's awesome, brother. Listen, don't ever give up, man. I'm telling you, that's what it's all about for me. Getting that message out, getting it to the people that need it, and inspiring the people who have it. And I tell people all the time, and it may sound crazy, you may not know what I'm saying, but there's room for everybody. There's some people that get a little bit of success, man, and want to hold on to it. But, and I want to be successful. There's nothing wrong with being successful. But I'm kind of judging my journey right now, being successful, by how many people I can get up here with me. And that's what I'm kind of looking at. Keep going, brother. Don't ever give up. More weight loss on the fattier meats. Yeah, I mean, there's always that argument. Everybody always wants to know what's the correct portion, and I always tell them the standard answer like everybody else. You got to figure out for you. Me personally, I've added butter to every fatty ribeye that I've ate, and I've had great results with it. It worked fantastic for me, and I don't really know, what can I say but what's worked for me? I've heard a lot of people talk about eating more fat helps them. I've heard a few say that, the fat hindered them a little bit. So the more fat we get, fat is where we get our energy from. Our bodies is going to defer to fat over protein every time. That's the reason why you see when people start starving to death, they're real skinny, and then their muscles start going away because your body's going to try to go for fat before it goes for protein. So that's what I would go with, eat the fat. If it doesn't work, if it stalls you out for 3 months, then reassess it and see what happens. So, Chloe Trent, thank you, Chloe. I appreciate you. Hey, just like you, Yoan right here, I'm with you. I'm with you. I appreciate you. You're too sweet. That means a lot to me. You guys are being generous. Why have I cut the egg? Well, the reason I cut the eggs out this month was because we had a challenge going. My channel was doing non-scale victory month. We weren't going to talk about weight. Carnivore Quest and Carnivore Quest community was doing the lion diet, and then Southern Carnivore was doing the walking challenge. And so we all kind of came together because Southern Carnivore, Carnivore Quest, and myself are all in the Carnivore Quest community on Facebook, private group. And so we like Karen's a moderator, I'm a moderator, and obviously Larry and Cassie's the one that started it. So we just kind of combined all the channels and put it out there for everybody to pick their poison as far as what challenge they wanted. And I was going to do all three of them. And so I said, I'll do the lion diet, but I'm not giving up coffee and butter. So that only thing I had to cut out was the eggs because that's the only thing I had other than that. So that's the only reason. Mike, I think Carrie's documentary is going to be real good. Absolutely. It is going to be great. Not waking up with sinus headaches and earache. Yeah, absolutely. That's a bonus. That's a good thing. There's so many good things. 45 minutes north of New Orleans. Judy, good to see you, friend. Fans of Dr. Chafee, book out with Dr. Chafee now called Why We Are Carnivores, Kindle and paperback. That's awesome. Yeah, man. Somebody was talking about Dr. Chafee, man, in the comments earlier on my channel. And listen, Dr. Chafee's a smart dude. Matter of fact, in that video, that was one of the intimidating things for me was talking with Dr. Chafee, because I've been watching him and learning just medical stuff from him because, dude, man, I'm telling you, he's on another level. And all the doctors are. A lot of the doctors that are in the space are. I'm not discrediting any of them. But Dr. Chafee, he's a smart dude. He knows what he's talking about. And sometimes if you ain't careful, you'll miss what he's saying. You know, because he says something that's really, really complicated in a really easy way. But he also speaks sometimes to where he can go deep with it, you know, if that makes any sense. He's smart. And he's doing some big stuff, man, on the cancer research stuff too. So, or working with other people. Karen Smith, good to see you. Eileen, 2 weeks carnivore, but only lost 3 pounds. Disappointed, but I keep going. Love the hug. Derbyshire, UK. Yes, keep going. Don't give up now. It might take a minute. Your body might be getting adjusted. You might have things going on that you don't know about. You know, it might just stay slow, and you just have to give it time. You don't know, but it'll work. It'll work how it's supposed to. Trust the process and always keep pushing forward. You'll say hey to everybody. Just 100 people.
Hey guys.
Put her on the spot. Y'all be careful. I love you. I love you too, son. Oh, Charleston, South Carolina. Nice. Yeah, that's where I believe I know somebody else is on YouTube that lives right there near you. Oh, the new Guardians of the Galaxy. I must be real far behind. Because we're getting back to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Real good, but kind of sad. Oh, don't tell me that. I ain't gonna want to see it. Oh, let's see here. Little my baby girl comment in the chat. Oh, man, listen. I might have to get a moderator. Oh, I don't have moderators. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll figure it out one of these days. But we're going to get one. 496 days no coffee. Carrie, good job, man. Congratulations. 537. Yeah, so we're good. Yeah, I'm going to have to go here in a minute. It ain't going to be long. Dr. Kiltz is very inspirational, simplifies carnivore, and uses devotional time every AM. Yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, you know, Dr. Kiltz, man, I got so much good stuff to say about him. Like, I'll save some of it because I want to have him on, and I want to have him on soon. But yeah, he's definitely an inspiration, man. I love Dr. Kiltz. I've been getting like I watched. Matter of fact, I'm actually doing an interview with somebody next week that he did an interview with recently, and look, he's got some good stuff, man. And I was actually wanting to check the person out that I'm doing the interview with, as I always do. You guys know I try to investigate, see what I'm going into, and Dr. Kiltz was on there, and he just so practical, man. He makes it so easy, like explaining it. And sometimes I just need it broke down for me. Hey, 22 cute cat, Lady Fritz. Hey, that's awesome, man. I'm so glad you guys jumped in, joined it. We got over 100 people in there. That's 3 times I got my wife on the live, man. Somebody said something about wish my wife wasn't so quiet. Like, I am shocked she got on here at all. Believe me when I tell you. I'm just going to confuse you. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, I got you. Listen, Cynthia. Let's see here. Absolutely, man. You're welcome, Carrie. It's running all my comments together. I don't know if it's my phone or my internet or what. We still on? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are still on here. Because I don't know what's going on with this thing. My phone might be acting up. It's running all my comments together. Wonder if that ain't right. Oh well. It's got to fix it, right? Let's see. Let's go back here. Top chat, live chat. There we go. Now I fixed it. I hadn't done it from my phone in a long time. Normally I do it from the laptop, and I do it from, thank God I'm caught up too, by the way, Jess. I normally do it in the StreamYard is what I use to be able to chat. So I can pop your questions up on the screen, but I just jumped on my phone because it was kind of last minute, and I was like, man, I want to go chat and see what everybody's doing and see where they at, see how they're doing tonight. So I like jumping on just solo every once in a while, chatting with everybody. Oh, baby girl, I miss you too. I just told everybody earlier you was at Mimi's house just for the last week, and I ain't seen you hanging out at the Braves Stadium and all that kind of stuff. I hope you having fun. I hope you minded too. Ain't going nowhere. Absolutely. I appreciate you guys, man. Sherry Gregory, I am 65, doing keto carnivore for 11 months, down 72 pounds, and a host of health issues resolved. Love your channel. You are so genuine and authentic and sharing the truth with people. Thank you so much, Sherry. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing you're going to get from me. Like, when you meet me, James and Emily was talking about, I think it was KetoCon, going to some of those outings. I would love to be able to do some of that stuff and meet a bunch of you guys, man. And when you do, I mean, you're going to feel like you just met me because it's kind of how I am. But absolutely, that's what it's all about. Helping people, just being real. And I mean, you get enough fake stuff all the time. You don't need more of that. You need something that you can use. Wow, in Russia with love. Thank you. I don't even know how to, I can't even read it. I don't know what it says, but I see the 3, but I appreciate it. Yeah, that's awesome. And all the way from Russia, it's all over the world. That's what I'm saying, man. It don't matter where you're at. Same issues, same stuff. We can love everybody the same and figure out our differences later, because there's a lot less differences with people than we think there is. Most all of us are the same. There's a few outliers out there, but you know what? Love can conquer a lot of stuff. And you know, I'm a man of faith. You guys know that. It's not a secret. I don't try to hide it. You know, and I'll let him sort everything out that needs to be sorted out past that. Love seeing your wife the night you... Absolutely, I agree. She was just on here. She just left. Ain't no telling where in the world she didn't even say where she was going. Oh, yes, VBS night. That's what she's doing. She's taking my kid to church. I forgot VBS was this week. Oh, most people sharing about weight going down. Good job. But is there any other weight gainers? Is there anybody trying to put weight on? If there's anybody trying to put weight on, you need to hook up with Mike. Hook up with Mike, because that's what he's trying to do. So y'all can encourage each other, share tips and everything else. Because, I mean, you're right, man. That's one thing that's kind of underrepresented. It's not always about people that's overweight. There's a lot of people their weight's fine and they just trying to get the health fixed, or maybe that, like my wife, for example. She's, she doesn't have a bunch of health problems, and her weight's she's not crazy overweight. She's just doing it because she don't want to get there, You got to know what to do and know what not to do. Both sides are important. Carnivore Ron, man, he got him a channel up and going too. I actually, like I said, I've been telling you this since we did it 2 weeks ago. I'm still making a video, dude. It's been crazy. But check Ron out. I met an old friend today. I told him about Carnivore. Yep, I'm putting on the weight. There you go, Ron. Get with Mike, man. You guys can encourage each other, talk, share tips, and all that kind of stuff. I heard a lady on keto, she could not stop losing weight. She added more fat to her coffee in the morning and became her tool for maintenance. Yeah. I mean, people just finding ways to make it work. Minority, absolutely. Judy, thank you so much. Well, I'll click on it. I can't. There you go. Simply because we care about all you're doing and getting the word out. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Thank you. That definitely does. I appreciate it. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for speaking the truth and the power, brother. What you're doing to help a lot of people restore their health, which has been robbed from them greatly. System of God bless. God bless you too. I appreciate that. You said sorry. I'm sorry. It's Mike. P Raw Primal Mike. Is that? I think that's what it's saying. I was waiting for you to say it. I like pause so you could say it, but I don't guess I'm gonna hear that, am I? Nah. Yeah. Primal Mike. Yeah, man. Sorry. I was thinking Mike from UK. Yeah, Primal Mike. Yeah, absolutely. Intentional carnivore. As a man of faith, do you believe the Lord led you to carnivore diet? I think he led me here. Yes, I do. I think he did because honestly, I believe he leads all our steps, when we trust in him. And so whenever I was in that deep, dark depression, one of the things that I did before I ever found carnivore was I asked God to do something in me that I could not do in and of myself. And I do feel like he led me to the right answer. I feel like it's something that I had gotten, for one reason or another, gotten myself into a hole that I couldn't get out of. And, I've believed in the Lord for 25 years. It's not something that just came overnight or came out of this situation. So I'll let you guys decide. So I asked the Lord to do something in me that I could not do in and of myself. And the last thing I asked of him was that do it in such a way that only you can get the credit for it. So, I mean, you guys judge for yourself. Cynthia, it's good to see you. And that's the other side to it. That's one thing that I've struggled with. And I mean, I guess we already here, so let's go. That's one thing that I've really struggled with because yes, my faith is critically important to me. I have no issues in it whatsoever to back off of my faith, and I will not, because that's one of the most important things to me in my life. Even though our channel is focused on the carnivore diet and on nutrition, and that's what I try to keep it focused on. I try to find that balance. At the same time, there's only two things in my life that I feel like is very important. And that's the carnivore diet and getting our nutrition right and being a good steward of what we have been blessed with and what we have. And so I try to keep the focus where the focus is about the channel. At the same time, like, what kind of person would I be if I didn't share my faith with you? I feel like being led by the Creator is the absolute best thing that we can do. It's the only thing we can do. And, if you're going to ever reach max, you can get to some great potential by getting your nutrition right and instilling in yourself the way that we were designed to eat. However, you can have a beautiful body and it get thrown into hell, and it's not really going to matter how good you look or how healthy you are. So at the end of the day, you kind of got to, ask yourself the question. The scientists were wrong about nutrition. The health world is wrong about nutrition. What else? What have you been lied to about something? And you got to reassess. So, but it is what it is. I think that's something that we got to mention. Absolutely, I agree. And Bleed's grateful love. The Lord is very powerful. What a blessing he put on you. Absolutely, he sure did. Run to Christ. I believe so too. I think God is leading us here. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's not going to fail you. Non-scale victory. I paid someone to cut my grass last year. This year, I'm doing all the yard work myself, and I have a push mower. That's awesome, Hope. I mean, that is an absolute wonderful non-scale victory. Being able to get out there and do that, because that's one of the things that used to shame me. I mean, you see my yard out here. It's cut now. It wasn't that long ago I couldn't get out there and do it, though. So I think it's amazing to be able to get out there and do the stuff that I need to do and wanted to do, and was so depressed and everything else that that I couldn't. So it feels amazing. Absolutely. You guys have been awesome, man. Y'all have been so generous tonight. I appreciate it so much. I do absolutely have to get off here real soon. Natasha, I asked God for help with my depression and anxiety, and He led me to Carnivore. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. You know, I'm not saying Carnivore is the miracle. Miracles only come from God, in my opinion. I feel like there's no other way. You know, and I know there's a lot of people that's cutting me off and a lot of people jumping off right now, and that's fine. You know, I'm not forcing what I believe on anybody, but I'm not gonna back down from what I believe either. So that's part of who makes me who I am. So I feel like that's something that's critical in my life, and that's one thing that's led to my results. I mean, my faith goes hand in hand with the dedication and everything else. So, you know, absolutely. Let's see here. Ain't God be the glory. We have to help ourselves so that others can see the results. Health, relationship, God. Absolutely, Carnivore Ron. I agree 100%. And I mean, that's the thing, you know. A lot of people have asked me, so what about intentional? I believe the whole name intentional came from being intentional, just like Jesus was intentional. You know, that's where it came from. So I was watching a sermon and got ministered to, and I said, well, what in the world can I call myself? Because I don't want to just go out here and be Sean. So the name intentional came from Christ being intentional about what He did. And what He did was He healed the blind. He gave them sight. He healed the lame. He fed the poor. He cast the demons out of the demon oppressed. He did lots of things, ultimately going to a cross and dying for your sin to save you. So He was very intentional about everything that He did when He was here. And I feel like for those of us who do call ourselves Christians, and I know that that's not everybody, and that's cool, you know, you have to come to that realization and answer for yourself. However, for those of us who do claim Him to live inside of us, that means He's living through us, then He should be represented through what we do, right? So how many times did you see Jesus, you know, bashing people and beating them up and those kinds of things? Or condemning them? He could have. He didn't. So now there's coming a day when He's going to be the judge and He's going to take care of all that stuff. But it's still not going to involve me and you. So let's love people like He told us to do. Show them mercy. And whenever we're wronged or whatever, let Him sort it out, man. There's so many hurting people that need a message of hope. They need a message of somebody to believe in them. They need somebody to come along beside them and pick them up. You need to love the poor, love the widows, love those who are down, distraught, and out, even those that don't deserve it. Because it's easier to love all those people who love you back, but it's not real easy to love the people who don't love you. Love your enemies, those that despise you, and so I mean that's just kind of where I'm at, man. So I agree with a lot of that. My brother Kerry, what's up, man? You just caught me too, because I gotta go do an interview. We was just talking about you just a little bit ago in the movie, man. I appreciate you, man. Dude, hey, you on it, man. I mean, you got me fired up. I don't know if you heard the thing about Charles earlier, but you had to check that part out. Grizzly, hey, buddy, 68-year-old man, 10 weeks carnivore, 44 pounds down, happy and feeling great. Thankful for you and your inspiration. God is incredible in my life. God bless and much love. God bless you, my friend. Listen, that's a great testimony. 68 years old and making things happen. I'm telling you, man, you don't have to be, you don't have to be 40 years old. Absolutely. Thank you, Carrie. You don't have to be 40, you don't have to be 50, you don't have to be 20. My man's giving testimony. He's almost 70. And Ron, the guy I interviewed, Carnivore Ron that's in here right now, hey, he's 70. I can't remember. 71, I believe is right. 71 or 70. if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, I got to get that stuff out so you guys can see that too. It's gonna help you guys. I appreciate you guys all being here. Like you said, I got to go. You guys, before I forget about it, I do want to mention that too. Check out Carnivore Diet, carnivoredietmovie.com for further information. If you guys wanted to be involved with the movie, the documentary, submit your stuff. Carnivoredietmovie.com. I'm waiting for a second to make sure, see if he puts it up, because if not, I'll forget. If I got it wrong, I don't want it to be wrong. I'm 100% sure that it's underneath the video that I did with him. So check it out. Go see it. The page, all that kind of stuff. I appreciate you guys hooking me up, giving to me all that good stuff, and I have such a good time. I don't want to get off. God bless you guys. I will see you guys next time. Until then, you guys stay strong and keep pushing forward. Love you guys.